Hey guys, what is up? It is Dalton here, and welcome back to Video Game Finds number 36. Now, I know you're noticing already that Tyler's not with me this week, but that is due to the fact that he actually had to do some community service work for his civics class at high school. And so what he did was he worked at our local Goodwill, as a matter of fact, for 5 hours. And he got to, stock shelves, sort through stuff, things like that. And he did happen to just see one PS3 game go through while he was back there. But anyways, that's the reason mainly why he is not with me this time, because he didn't really get to go out and look for games with me. So, it's, I'm flying solo this week. So, but anyways, I got not too much stuff this week, but still, enough to, give you guys some pretty good stuff to see. So, first off, I will go ahead and show you this thing I found on Monday this week. And that would happen to be a basic black Sony PS2 controller here. And it's the official brand and everything, and it's in very good shape. This was fairly dirty when I found it, but it worked very well after I cleaned it up and everything, so there's that. The thing is that, not our local Goodwill, but another Goodwill that we like to go to, it's a little bit farther away, they were doing a special deal kind of thing, where they let people into the back rooms of their establishments, so like their sorting facility area. They were letting people go to the back to their unsorted and unprocessed items and just dig through. And this was on Monday. I was digging through, and a PS2 slipped away from me from right under my nose. Some guy got it right in front of me, and I was pretty upset because I had dug in that bin before, but I was kind of on a time crunch because I had schoolwork and stuff to get caught up on that day and everything like that, so I wasn't going to stay around at Goodwill forever. So, but the reason I didn't get this PS2 is because I didn't dig deep enough in this one bin, and I was very upset because every item in the back room is $1.99 no matter what it is. And so I basically missed out on a PS2 console for $2. But for some reason, it had all the cords and a controller hooked up to it, but it had, he took it all apart from it. He just took the console. I don't know what he was doing. I have no clue. But it had a memory card it had one memory card in the front of the console still, so he kept that, I guess. But anyway, I took the controller from it because he threw that to the side. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get something out of this. So found the PS2 controller, so $2, not a bad deal at all. It's in very good shape. It was pretty dirty because it'd been in that bin, I'm sure, forever. So, but anyways, there's that. So, but yeah, I'm pretty glad that they have that outlet style, sale going on, because it's just fun to dig and stuff. But you do have to be careful, because this week I almost stuck my hand into a dinner knife, a pair of scissors, and a dinner fork. So there's pretty sharp objects in the back that you gotta watch out for, especially since it's unprocessed. It's not even been sorted through. It's just kind of thrown all in together. I mean, you'll find piles of clothes with VHSs and all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, there's that for you. Next we went. All right, me and my dad were. My dad had to get his truck serviced. And the car dealership that we bought it from is kind of down towards Denver, so this place is pretty far away from home. So what my dad says, why don't we, while we're waiting around, why don't we go to some pawn shops and stuff? And I hadn't been to these pawn shops in 8 or 9 months. So I said that was a great idea. So we decided to do that, and I went to a local Mr. Money down there, and I found a couple of games. One that I could upgrade from, and the other was just a cool bonus just to, get, because I can, help sell some, consoles and stuff. So, the two games here are, the first one here is SSX Tricky on Nintendo GameCube. It's in very good shape. It is complete with the manual. It is missing a precautions booklet, but this is actually the game that I'm going to be upgrading for my collection, because mine has a printed out manual, which is kind of ugly to me. And it has sun fading on the side label there. So this is almost a complete upgrade. So very cool to find that. And the other one here is Grand Theft Auto 3 for PS2. And I know what you're thinking is, that's just, what's so exciting about this? Well, the reason I picked this up is you could have had a bonus San Andreas in there. So I thought that was really cool. And they didn't even bother with it. They didn't care. So I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. But yeah, the disc in there is Greatest Hits, but it's a black label case, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I bought this because that was, pretty cool to find a bonus game in there, especially since it's San Andreas, which is, probably the more popular one on PS2. I thought that was a pretty cool deal. So it was $6 for technically the 3 games, even though they sold it as just 2. Normally the games were $3 each, but whatever. Since it was $6, I figured that was a pretty good deal for the 3 games together, all like that. So very cool. And then throughout the week, I can't remember exactly. I think one of these came from Monday and one came from Wednesday. I'm just going to show these briefly real quick because there's nothing exciting here. First thing here is another PS2 controller, came from Goodwill, and an SNES, N64, GameCube, Nintendo brand AV cable here. The reason these aren't so exciting is because I got home and found that they did not work at all. And that's a bummer because that was kind of like a bad omen. Like twice in a row from the same Goodwill I got broken items. And that was the local Goodwill that I ride my bike to. So, and also the same one that my brother worked at. So anyway, it's kind of weird that both of these things in a row did not work. I mean, the PS2 controller is like the joysticks work, but nothing else, is responsive. And the AV cable has sound, but no picture. So it's just kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I might decorate the wall with this, because I have a bunch that are actually hanging up right now from, past experiences of the same nature. And then the AV cord, I have no clue. I don't know. You can't really use these for parts, so I might end up just tossing it. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out, though. But there's those. Those were $1 each, by the way, so I'm not too worried about it because, hey, they're just $1 each. And plus, it's a Goodwill. I'm not going to complain. They can keep the money. It's, they're using it for, donations and stuff like that. So that's the reason that's not too big a deal to me. So anyway, there's those. And now I have a stack of 25 NES games that I got off of eBay. And these came from a place called Goodwill Games, and they have quite a bit of bundles of games. They sell singles, they sell bunches of 25s, everything. And they are based in Miami, which is it took the games a while to get here, especially since they were on UPS ground, so it kind of took like a long time to get here. I don't know why, but for one of the main reasons was it was like a forwarding address issue or something. I have no clue. Anyway. I got these games. They were all in pretty good shape. There was pretty dirty ones in there, but for the majority, they look very good. But there is a problem with 2 of them. I just cannot get them to work. I think they're just motherboards are fried completely, and that's unfortunate because that's the first time I've run into this issue from like a bundle like this. But they did state that all their games are untested, stuff like that. They just throw 25 in a box and sell it that way. 99 cents starting bid, let it go. But I ended up getting these for $2 each, so because my max bid is always, when it's, like a lot of 25, I'll bid 50, and that's the highest I'll go. I won't go any higher. And so that's what happened in this case. And the 2 games that I did not get to work, I'll go ahead and show first. And then there's one game in here that I'm keeping because it is a 3-screw variant, and I just recently picked up the 5-screw variant of that, but I'll show that at the end of the stack here. So the first 2 here do not work. I cannot get them to work. I might just use their cases. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, here they are. The first one here is a 5-screw version of the black box baseball. I guess I could kind of see why it didn't work. It's got some rough outer, mess up there. It's got, I don't know what that is. It will not come off, so that could have been the main factor why it does not work. The pins look pretty good, but I opened it up and it does have like a deep scratch in one of the pin rows, so I think that's probably what causes it. It shows up, but like it's all like numbers and letters and like the inscription codes and stuff. So anyway, that does not work very well. And then the other one here is Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. I've picked up quite a few of these recently. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, this motherboard looks immaculate, and I don't know what's wrong with this one. This one just shows up as a black screen. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, guessing here like that they're just, bad corrupted boards or something. So anyways, those are the 2 that do not work. So I'm not entirely, frustrated with it, but that's just kind of like a weird omen this week I had. That's 4 things in the pile that do not work. So the PS2 controller, the AV cable, and those 2 NES games. So anyways, but from here on out, it's all good stuff. So I'll go ahead and show those. So here's all these games. I already looked and see if they were upgrades or anything. Most of them are not. or actually all of them are not, because you know they're kind of rough in some cases. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you the ones that I'll just be selling off. First one here is 10-Yard Fight. It's a 5-screw variant. 720, which is in very good shape, but mine's in mint shape as well, so there's that. Bases Loaded. Bases Loaded 2, second season. And this is actually the Canadian version, I think, because it has like the Canadian like print label on the back there. It has it like in French, or French and English. So there's that. Then we've got, I'll just go ahead and show these all at once. We got 3 copies of Fester's Quest. They're all in pretty good shape, but yeah, there's 3 copies of that in there. So that was kind of funny that they had 3 in there. Mainly they're just like overstock, overflow games is what I think it is. So that's why they sell them all in just bunches. They just, you know, grab whatever they can, just stack 25 in a box and take a picture of it, put it on eBay, there it is. So anyways, there's that. Next one here is Heavy Shredding. Some of these I had to open up because they had some rattly pieces inside, so that usually annoys me, so I just take them apart just to take it out. It's usually just like a frame piece that broke out, but it doesn't have anything to do with, like, you know, the stable, you know, functionality of the board or anything. So it's, you know, not a big deal. I just open it up, take those pieces out, that way it doesn't have the rattle anymore. But anyways, there was that one. And this one is Legacy of the Wizard. And same thing, I didn't show you this one. I'm not going to show you this one too well because it's, you know, ripped, but it's another French one, French-Canadian, and English one. There's that. Next is Magic Johnson's Fast Break. Sorry, my dad's doing some like work outside. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but he's kind of like mowing the lawn and whatnot, so I apologize for the background noise. Anyways, next here is Major League Baseball, LJN. Next is Pinball, Black Box. Yeah, these didn't take me too long to clean. They were all, you know, the majority of them were in pretty good shape, so that's pretty cool. Next one here is Pinbot. This one I had tough time working with. It didn't work at first, but I took it apart, opened it up, cleaned it, everything, put it back together. It works fine. It was almost going to be like with the baseball and the Roger Clemens MVP baseball, but I saved this one, so thankfully. This one's Pro Wrestling, Black Box. And we've got 2 copies of Skate or Die. So yeah, you can see the majority, or like a lot of the games here are like, you know, duplicates or even triplicates of, you know, some of the games. Next one here, this one was pretty gross, so this one took me a little bit more longer to clean, but that one is Tag Team Wrestling. It's a 5-screw. And one of the screws had super glue in it. I didn't have to open this one up, but you know, it'd be inconvenient if someone ever had to, so I had to dig that super glue out of one of the holes, and it was kind of annoying because I don't know why you would even do that in the first place. Unless this was like a rental or something. It didn't show that it was, but it could have been previously, and they, you know, it's like a security thing or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, there's that one. Then we've got 2 copies of Top Gun, and then 1 copy of Top Gun: The Second Mission. So now I have like 6 copies of Top Gun 1 and 2 together, so that's kind of a lot of Top Guns. But anyways, there's those. And the last games here is 2 WWF WrestleManias. So there are those. So those are the NES games. Oh, and then I'll show you the one game I'm keeping. I already put it in a dust sleeve, but this is a 3-screw variant, and I just recently picked up the 5-screw edition of it in one of these bundles before, and that is Winter Games by Epix. So there's that, and I already put the dust sleeve on it so I could signify that that was going to be a keep. So there's that. So there are the NES games. So yeah, 25 games, $2 each, so $50 for the whole stack. It's pretty good. I'm not going to, you know, I'm kind of factoring in, like, you know, the broken ones into the ones that work. So basically 23 for, you know, 50, whatever that is. It's like, you know, $2 and some change a game, I guess. It's not too big a deal. So I'm not worried about it too much. So there's those. And then yesterday, or no, Friday actually, these I found at Goodwill, and I had to take a test at my campus because they call it like a proctored exam, which is, you know, like a monitored school test. So since I do all my schooling from home, the tests for this one class that I'm taking has to be done at the actual school facility. So what I did was I went to Goodwill. beforehand, because the testing center didn't open until like 9 anyway. I didn't want to get there that early because I was just like, I don't want to take a test that early. So I went to Goodwill first, and my school campus isn't actually too far from the one Goodwill that I like to go to. It's only like 2-3 blocks away. Anyway, I went to Goodwill, and I found a couple of games that were, kind of, priced more than I wanted to pay at the time. So these were $2.99 each on Friday. So I just put them on the DVD shelf. I was kind of expecting, they're going to be gone, and someone's going to buy them. I went there yesterday morning, and it was half-off day yesterday, and they were still sitting there. So I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and buy them. Since they're there and they're half off now, I can get them for $1.50 each. So basically I'm paying the two for the price of one, or one. I'm getting 2 games for the one price instead of how they originally were, like $3 each. I got 2 for $3. So if that makes any sense to you. But anyway, there's those for price-wise, and I'll go ahead and show you what they are. The first one here is Crash Nitro Kart, and I do not own this one, so this is one that's definitely going into the collection, and it's in very good shape. It is complete. The disc is in very good shape. It's got some scratches on it. It's a kid's game, so that's from based on the discs, like look, it looks like it was a kid's game. So, but it still plays very well. So there's that. And the other one here, another surprise. It's Jak 3, but it came with Jak and Daxter in there, in the sleeve there. So I thought that was really cool. That's twice this week that I found PS2 games with bonuses in them. So that's why you're going to see why the title is named that, because the bonus games that I've been finding throughout the week. So I thought that was pretty cool that they had a, twice as that happened to me. I found 2 bonus, games inside, a case with a, what the game is. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, there was those. So those were $1.50 each. And so yeah, there's the PS2 games from Goodwill yesterday. So, alright guys, that's going to do it for this week. I know it wasn't a whole lot of stuff this time as you're used to, the last 2 or 3 weeks. There was a lot of NES games, SNES games, stuff like that. But yeah, the local stuff's kind of slowing down. I'm trying to find more stuff on eBay. Truly am. It's just getting kind of hard because it's that time of season where people are just on the internet now all the time. They're, looking for games, they're looking for games, they're looking for games. So it's getting pretty hard for me to find stuff. It's good for me on the good end for when I'm selling stuff, but when I'm trying to buy stuff, it's just not as good. So anyways, it's going to get kind of tough, from here on out, I'm assuming. But don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. So, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. So, but I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing with friends. Really helps me out. Really helps my brother out. He likes, doing it with me. This is really fun, guys. I'm just glad you guys are enjoying it. It's really cool. So, thank you guys for sticking in with me. Don't forget to, happy gaming. Like I say before, I always will. Keep it good, keep it cool. Go get you guys some games. Go out, find your local games. You gotta find them. They're out there. You just gotta find them. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.